to the bottomless, gaping pit of insecurity you call a soul.
Yeah. Weird.
Eventually, probably soon, the world will recognize you for the pitiful disappointment you are. You are not worthy of my respect. You are not a god. You are simply bad product.
You know what, girls? I'm not even trying to be a hater here, but let's talk about the critical drinker, the OG, the man himself. This guy was one of my first subs, and honestly, his channel is everything. When he speaks, we listen. If you don't know, he does what we do, but for the entertainment and movie scene. And let me tell you, the tea he serves, piping hot. Now, here's the thing. Movies and cinema have basically morphed into this messy mix of culture, politics, and the social zeitgeist. And let's be real, none of us signed up for this. Like, did I ask for every actor to become a wannabe political guru? Absolutely not. Did I want the Avengers squad to come out endorsing Kamala Harris? No. And let's be honest, that move was embarrassing for everyone involved. Oh, and George Clooney? Don't even get me started. Remember when his op-ed in the New York Times sparked that whole Joe Biden needs to drop out drama? Yeah, thanks for that, George. Honestly, actors need to stay in their lane. Singers should sing, athletes should play their game, and politicians, they should stick to the mess they're paid to handle. Imagine how much happier we'd all be if everyone just stayed in their zones. But hey, I don't make the rules. So now, even the critical drinker, who usually keeps it about movies and storytelling, has to wade into political drama. Why? Because everything is political these days. Which brings us to Rachel Zegler, the one Hollywood star who's managed to speedrun her way from rising actress to the most hated woman in Tinseltown. Girls, she didn't even wait for a few hits before going full obnoxious mode and tanking her career. Like, who does that? Apparently, she thought it was cute to wish harm on Trump voters, and now she's in full damage control mode. Disney's got her out here apologizing, but let's be real. It's too little too late. The critical drinker even shared the Breitbart article about it, calling her out for nuking her career into obscurity. Girls, let's talk about Rachel Zegler, because this Snow White saga is the gift that keeps on giving. You know what? I'm not a hater like y'all, but Rachel has made it real hard to root for her. Imagine starring in Snow White while openly hating the source material. Like, how do you take a beloved classic and say, no thanks, I'm disgusted by it? If you don't know, girls, she's turned the whole thing into a mess with her toxic feminist activist vibes. And let's just say it's not working for her co-stars. Let's break it down. You've got Gal Gadot, who's stunning and iconic, and the prince, well, rumors are swirling that his part might be cut entirely because of Rachel's remarks. Can you believe that? This feels like Disney hired drama personified. If you want your project to flop, apparently, just hire Rachel Zegler. It's giving PR disaster, and Disney might lose billions over this movie. And let's not even get started on her comments post-election. Sis went on a rant, wishing no peace for Donald Trump or his supporters. Girl, that's like 77 million potential moviegoers you just alienated. I mean, who does that? The trailer for Snow White is already one of the most downvoted in YouTube history, right up there with the likes of The Acolyte. The backlash is real, girls. Even Megyn Kelly had something to say about it, calling Rachel a pig.
Us should not have been, and it certainly should not have been by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump himself never know peace.
Yeah.
What the F? How? And then she discusses the deep, deep sickness in the country. There's no help, no counsel in any of them. She attacked Twitter and Elon and finished with F Donald Trump.
Man.
Hello, Disney. You're going to have to redo your film again because this woman is a pig and you fired Gina Carano for far less than this nonsense.
Girls, Let me tell you something. If there's one golden rule in life, it's don't make a bad situation worse. But Rachel Zegler, she said, hold my latte. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but this girl is out here doing the absolute most, and not in a good way. So Rachel Z is already public enemy number one when it comes to this Snow White drama. She's managed to ruin the movie before it even hits theaters. And let's not forget she's been throwing shade left and right. First, she decides it's a good idea to post something super pro-Palestinian while her co-star, Gal Gadot, an Israeli icon, mind you, is out here promoting the same film. Who thought that was a good idea? Disney's PR team, where are y'all? Somebody take this girl's phone away. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, Rachel basically goes and tells half the country, don't watch my movie, then flips the script and drags Snow White's OG fans. You know, the ones who actually care about the classic Disney magic. Oh, and the cast? Yeah, she essentially hit them with a big ol' F you too. Like, girl, what are you doing? But wait, girls, it doesn't end there. Rachel Zegler is back, and guess what? She's doubling down with what might just be the most insufferable apology video of all time. Picture this. She basically looks at the camera and says, I'm a beautiful statue, and you're gonna pay to see me no matter what. Like, what? That's your apology? Seriously? You know what? Sometimes the smartest move is just to zip it and walk away. But no, Rachel's out here giving us the cringe content we never asked for.
To everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You know what, girls? I'm not here to hate, but let's just unpack this absolute circus. So Rachel Zegler, the actress who dares to play Snow White, apparently thinks the world should just line up and bow down to her greatness. Like we're all supposed to grab a ticket and wait in awe to witness her cracks. I'm sorry, but is she starring in a Disney remake or the second coming of the Mona Lisa? And let's talk about this apology she made. Girls, I don't think I've ever seen someone miss the mark so badly. She's out here comparing herself to statues in the Louvre, acting like the whole planet is dying to see her every move. Honey, this isn't humility. It's a masterclass in narcissism. I swear, the way she carries on, it's like she's trying to make sure no one shows up to see this movie. Is this marketing or sabotage? Because I can't tell the difference anymore. Rachel, sweetie, here's a thought. Maybe just stop talking? Like, for real. Has it crossed your mind that silence is golden? Meanwhile, Disney must be losing their minds watching this unfold. And honestly, they kind of deserve it. Congratulations, Disney. You picked a real gem for this role. The kind of gem you'd find in a clearance bin at a gas station, but a gem nonetheless. Now let's address that TikTok clip everyone's losing their minds over. It's not even about politics. Oh no. It's about her personal decisions, which somehow makes it even worse. Imagine thinking you're the main character, but the script is pure chaos. Rachel is out here talking, breathing, and apologizing in a way that makes you wish she'd just hit mute. She's giving, the less you say, the better it is for everyone involved. I don't know about y'all, but this is turning into one of those Hollywood train wrecks where you just can't look away. Billions on the line, a franchise in the balance, and here's Rachel throwing matches at the gasoline. You couldn't make this stuff up. Honestly, Disney, enjoy the ride, because this is one for the history books. Now, Disney's been tolerating some wild stuff lately, but Rachel, she's taking the whole wreck the company thing to Olympic levels, and let's not pretend she's the only one. Hollywood loves a walking PR disaster. But you know what? Rachel Zegler might just be the reigning champ. The streets? Okay, the quartering and critical drinker are already calling her box office poison. And honestly, the numbers don't lie. That movie is heading straight to flop city, population, Snow White. And let's talk about Disney for a second. It feels like they're trying to speed run their way to irrelevance. Between obnoxious PR, condescending stars, and questionable creative choices, they're nuking their own legacy faster than you can say happily ever after. So here's the vibe check. Don't see this movie. Like, seriously, don't. We've sent a message before, cough Bud Light cough, and now let's finish the job with Snow White. This might just be the final chapter in Disney's woke fairy tale. And honestly, I'm grabbing my popcorn for the meltdown. What do you think, girls? Is Rachel the biggest mistake Disney ever made? Or are we just warming up?